Good morning, students. Today we are resuming our chapter from page number 11. The range lying to the south of Himadri forms the most rugged mountain system and is known as Himachal or Lesser Himalaya. So हिमाद्री को और क्या कहा जाता है? हिमाचल और लेसर हिमालयास. ठीक है, यहाँ की जो रॉक्स हैं वो किस तरह की है? And the ranges are mainly composed of hilly, compressed and altered rocks. The altitude varies between 3700 and 4500 meters and the average width is 50 km, while the Pir Panjal range forms the longest and the most important range. So यहाँ सबसे important range कौन सी है? Pir Panjal and the longest. The most important range is also Panjal. The Dauladhar and the Mahabharat range are also prominent one. ठीक है, Dauladhar और Mahabharat ranges भी important ही है. This range consists of famous valley of Kashmir, that is Kangra and Kullu Valley in Himachal Pradesh. This region is well known for its hilly station. The outermost range of Himalayas is called Shivaliks. They extended over a width of 10 to 50 kilometers and have an altitude varying between 900 and 1100 meters. These ranges are composed of unconsolidated sediments brought down by rivers from the main Himalaya ranges located further north. These valleys are covered with thick gravel and alluvium. The longitudinal valley lie between Lesser Himalaya and Shivalik are known as dunes. इसको dunes भी कह सकते हैं. तो जो longitudinal valley है जो हिमालयाज और शिवालिक के सेंटर में है वो कौन सी है? dunes है. देहरादून, कोतलीधन एंड पतलीधन. ठीक है, हम इनको डून भी बोल सकते हैं. नोन एज डून, देहरादून, कोटली डून एंड पतली डून आर सम ऑफ द वेल नोन डून्स. Beside the longitudinal division, the Himalayas have between divided on the basis of region from west to east. ठीक है, longitudinal basis पे हिमालय को divide किया गया west to east. This division have been demarched as these divisions have been demarcated by river valleys. तो ये कैसे divisions हुई हुई है? River valleys से. For example, the part of Himalayas lies between Indus and Satluj have been traditionally known as Punjab Himalayas. ठीक है, पंजाब हिमालयस कौन से हैं? वो region जो Indus and Satluj river के बीच में आते हैं. Between it is also known as the regionally as Kashmir and Himachal Himalaya from west to east respectively. The part of Himalayas between Satluj and Kali river is known as Kuman Himalayas. The Kali and Testa rivers demark the Nepal Himalayas and the part lying between Testa and Dehang river is also known as Assam Himalayas. There are regional names also in these broad categories. Find out some regional names of the Himalayas. Students, ये मैंने आपको already picture दिखाई है पिछले lecture में, so वो video आप open कीजिए, ये सारी picture आपको वहाँ मिल जाएगी. The Brahmaputra marks the eastmost boundary of the Himalaya. Beyond the Dehang Gorge, the Himalaya bend sharply to south and spread along the eastern boundary of India. That is known as Purvanchal or Eastern Highland Mountains. These hills running through the northeastern states are mostly composed of strong sandstone, which are sedimentary rocks, covered with the dense forest and mostly run as parallel ranges and the valley. नॉर्दर्न प्लेन्स. ठीक है, अब हम नॉर्दर्न प्लेन्स करने जा रहे हैं. स्टूडेंट्स, ये चीज़ें मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी दिखा रखी हैं, ऑलरेडी पिक्चर्स शो कर रखी हैं. सो पहले आप वो पिक्चर्स एक बारी देख लीजिए ताकि आपको ये इजीली समझ आ जाए। बेसिक हमारा आज का लेक्चर यहाँ से बिगिन हो रहा है, द नॉर्दर्न प्लेन से। द नॉर्दर्न प्लेन, the northern plains have been formed by the interplay of three major river systems, namely Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra। ठीक है, जो नॉर्दर्न प्लेन्स है वो कहाँ किस चीज से बनते हैं, कौन से मेन उनका रिवर सिस्टम कौन सा है, दैट इज इंडस, गंगा एंड ब्रह्मपुत्र along with their tributaries. This plain is formed by alluvial soil. The deposition of alluvium in a vast basin lying at the foothills of the Himalaya over millions of years. तो ये कह रहे हैं कि जो रिवर्स अपने साथ में सेडिमेंट्स लेकर आते हैं, तो उन सेडिमेंट्स के साथ में उन जो मिट्टी और छोटे छोटे स्टोन्स लेकर आते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड सेडिमेंट। So students, we are talking about this region. This is the image of Northern Plains, and this is the image of Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. This is the region of the Himalayas, and now we are on the topic, that is alluvial soil. So alluvial soil वो होती है जो rivers अपने साथ में sediments, मिट्टी and stones लेकर आते हैं, उससे collect होती है जो soil, that is called alluvial soil। ठीक है, यहाँ पे जो ये soil है ये सब है alluvial soil। Now we are moving to our topic. This plain is formed of alluvial soil. The deposition of alluvium in a vast basin lying at the foothills of the Himalayas over millions of years form this fertile plain. It spread over an area of 11 lakh square kilometer. The plain being about 2400 kilometer long and 240 to 320 kilometer broad, is a densely populated physiographic division with a rich soil covered combined with adequate water supply and favorable climate. It is agriculturally very productive part of the India. So this is the thing which is talking about our own place कि हम जहाँ रहते हैं, because we are living in the northern region। तो वो किस तरह का है कि यहाँ पर पानी की जो सप्लाई है वो एडिक्वेट है, अच्छी सप्लाई है, जो हमारा क्लाइमेट है वो भी फेवरेबल है एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोसीजर्स के साथ में। So this is the image of Northern Plain in your book. The river coming from Northern mountains are involved in depositional work in the lower course due to the gentle slope. The velocity of river decrease, which results in formation of riverine islands. So now we're moving on the next column. As this is very easy, so that is why I'm not explaining you that thing. The rivers in their lower course split into numerous channels due to the deposition of silt. ठीक है, क्योंकि कभी कभी मिट्टी ज्यादा आती है, कभी कभी कम आती है, तो क्या होता है, रिवर जो होता है स्प्लिट हो जाता है, अलग अलग हो जाता है। ठीक है, इनको क्या बोलते हैं, डिस्ट्रीब्यूटरीज। ठीक है। द नदरन प्लेन इज ब्रॉडली डिवाइडेड इनटू 3 सेक्शन। जो नदरन प्लेन है जहां हम रहते हैं वो 3 सेक्शंस में डिवाइडेड है। The western part of the northern plain is referred as Punjab Plains, in which we are living, formed by the Indus and its tributaries. The larger part of the plain lies in Pakistan. The Indus and its tributaries in Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Byas, Satluj originate in Himalaya. This section of the plain donated by the Doabas। ठीक है, अभी Doabas क्या होते हैं, Doab is made of 2 words, do that means 2, आप मीन्स वाटर। तो दोआबा क्या होता है, दैट जो 2 रिवर से बना होता है। ठीक है, दो आप, 2 पानी से बना होता है, तो नॉट पानी, यहाँ वाटर का मीनिंग है रिवर। ठीक है, सिमिलरली पंजाब इज ऑल्सो मेड विद 2 वर्ड्स, पंज दैट मीन्स 5, आब मीन्स वाटर। सो पंजाब भी हमारा 5 रिवर से एक किसी टाइम पे कंपोज था। The Ganga plain extended between Ghajal and Tista River. It is spread over the state of North India, Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, partly Jharkhand, West Bengal to its east, particularly in Assam, lies in the Brahmaputra plains. So this is the location they are giving about the Ganga, and this you have to learn as it is. The northern plains are generally described as flat land with no variation in its relief. तो जो northern plains है वो flat land है। Variation means यहाँ पर जो land है वो smooth है, वहाँ पर कोई hilly area नहीं है। It is not true, but These vast plains also have diverse relief features. According to the variations in these features, the Northern Plains can be divided into four regions. Plains doesn't mean कि flat land है. It can be anything else. Let's read it out. The rivers, after descending from the mountains deposition, babble in a narrow flat belt of about 8 to 6 kilometer with width lying parallel to the slope of the Shivaliks, that is known as Bahabar. All the streams disappear in this Bhabar belt. South of this belt, the streams and rivers re-emerge and create a wet, swampy and marshy region known as Terai. This was thickly forested region of wildlife. The forests have been cleared to create agricultural land to settle migrants from Pakistan after partition. Locate Dodwar National Park in this region. The largest part of the northern plain is formed of the older alluvium. They lie above the floor plains of the river and present a terrain and present a trace-like feature. This part is known as Bhangar. The soil in this region contains calcareous deposits locally called as Kankhar. So students, we are talking about this region. So ये जो एरिया है वो अभी हमने पढ़ा है एज अ प्लेन, ठीक है. सो ये सब बिगिनिंग होती है हिमालय से. तो हिमालय से क्या होता है, पेबल्स की छोटी छोटी बेल्ट आती है, पेबल्स की बेल्ट आती है एंड दैट बेल्ट इज नोन एज भांबर, ठीक है. एंड इसके बाद में यहाँ से एक साउथ बेल्ट इमर्ज करती है रिवर्स एंड स्ट्रीम की, जो कि बनाते हैं स्वैम्पी एंड मेशी रीजन. तो दिस रीजन इज कॉल्ड स्वैम्पी एंड मेश रीजन, जिसको बोलते हैं तराई. नाउ भांगर इज द लार्जेस्ट पार्ट, ठीक है. यहाँ से स्टार्ट होकर इस इमेज में आपको मे बी छोटा लग रहा हो, वैसे ये बहुत बड़ा है, ठीक है. एंड ये पुराने एल्वियम से बनता है, जो पुरानी सॉइल, जो पुरानी सैंड आती है, जो सॉइल आती है रिवर के साथ में, उससे बनता है. नाउ वी टॉकिंग अबाउट खादर, ठीक है. खादर इज ऑल्सो अ कंकर. एंड अब इस रीजन की जो सॉइल है वो क्या होती है, कैलकेरियस मीन्स वो सॉइल जिसमें कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट के सेडिमेंट्स होते हैं. Now students, we are moving on Peninsular Plateau. The Peninsular Plateau is a tableland composed of old crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rocks. It was formed due to the breaking and drifting of the Gondwana land and thus making it a part of the oldest landmass. The plateau has broad and shallow valleys and rounded hills. This plateau consists of two broader divisions, namely the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. The part of the Peninsular Plateau lying to the north of the Narmada River, covering a major area of Malwa Plateau known as the Central Highland. The Vindhya Range is bounded by the Satpura Range on the south and the Aravallis on the northwest. The further eastward extension gradually merged with the sandy and rocky desert of Rajasthan. The flow of the rivers draining this region, namely the Chambal, the Sindh, the Betwal, and the Kent, is from southwest to northeast, thus indicating the slope. The Central Highlands are wider in the west but narrower in the east. The eastward extension of this plateau is locally known as the Budelkhand and Bhelkhand. The Chota Nagpur Plateau marks the further eastward extension drained by the Damodar River. The Deccan Plateau is a triangular landmass that lies to the south of the river Narmada. The Satpura Range flanks its broad base in the north, while the Mahadev, the Camor Hills and the Maikal Range of this eastern extension. Locate these hills and the ranges in the physical map of India. The Deccan Plateau is higher in the west and the slope gradually eastwards. An extension of the plateau is also visible in the northeast, locally by the Meghalaya, Kambari, Anglong Plateau and North Castor Hills. It is separated by a fault from Chota Nagpur Plateau. Three prominent hill ranges from the west to east are Garo, the Khasi, and the Jayanti Hills. Students, this is the image of Deccan Plateau and Central Highlands. ठीक है, Deccan Plateau लिखा है. ये जो upper part है इंडिया का west, east, central and सेंट्रल पार्ट को बेसिकली हम कंसिडर करते हैं सेंट्रल हाईलैंड. ठीक है, दिस इज द डेक्कन प्लेट्यू. जैसे कि इन्होंने बताया है कि डेक्कन प्लेट्यू इज ट्रायंगुलर लैंडमास. सो ये ट्रायंगुलर लैंडमास है एंड जो हमारा सेंट्रल हाईलैंड है, it is comprising of Vindhyans, Satpuras and Chota Nagpur. And students, this is the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats. The Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats mark the western and eastern edge of the Deccan Plateau respectively. Western Ghats lie parallel to the western coast. They are continuous and can be crossed through passes only. The Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats. Their average elevation is 900 to 1600 meters as against 600 meters of the Eastern Ghats. The Eastern Ghats stretch from the Mahanandi Valley of the to the Nilgiris in the south. The Eastern Ghats are discontinuous and irregular and desecrated by the rivers draining into the Bay of Bengal. The West Ghats causes orographic rain by facing the rain-bearing moist winds to rise along the western slopes of the Ghat. The Western Ghats are known by the different local names. The height of the Western Ghat progressively increases from north to south. The highest peak include the Anai Muddi, that is 2695 meters, and the Doda Beta, that is 2637 meters. Mahendragiri, that is 1501 meter, in the highest peak in the Eastern Ghats. Chevrov Hills and the Javadi Hills are located to the southern east of the Eastern Ghats. One of the distinct features of the Peninsula Plateau is the black soil. The Aravalli Hills lie on the west and northwest margins of the Peninsular Plateau. These are highly eroded hills and are found as broken hills. They extend from Gujarat to Delhi in the southwest-northeast directions. Now the Indian deserts. The Indian deserts lie toward the west margins of the Aravalli Hills. It is an undulated, sandy plains covered with the sand dunes. This region receives very low rainfall, below 150 mm per year. It has arid climate with low vegetation cover. Streams appear during the rainy seasons. Soon after they disappear into the sand as they do not have enough water to reach the sea. Luni is the only land river in this region. The plain along the Bay of Bengal are wider and level. The northern part is referring to as the Northern Sircar, while the southern part is known as the Coromandel Coast. Large rivers such as Mahanandi, the Godavari, the Krishna and the Kaveri have formed extensively delta on this coast. Lake Chalika is an important feature along the eastern coast. The Chalika Lake is the largest saltwater lake in India. It lies in the state of Odisha to the south of the Mahanadi Delta. Barchans cover larger area but longitudinal dunes become more prominent near the Indo-Pakistan boundary. If you visit Jaisalmer, you may go to see group of Barchans. Coastal plains. The Peninsula Plateau is flanked by stretched by narrow coastal strips running along the Arabian Sea on the west and Bay of Bengal on the east. The western coast, sandwiched between the Western Ghat and Arabian Sea, is a narrow plain. It consists of three sections. The northern part of the coast is called the Konkan, that is from Mumbai to Goa. The central stretch is called from Kannad Plain, while the southern stretch is referred as the Malabar Coast. The plain along Bay of Bengal are wider and level. The northern part is referred to the Northern Sikar, while the southern part is known as the Coromandel Coast. Large rivers such as Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna, the Kaveri have formed extensively delta on the coast. Like Chandalika is an important feature along the eastern coast. Students, that is Chalika. The Chalika Lake is the largest saltwater lake in India. It lies in the state of Odisha to the south of the Mahanadi Delta. By mistake, I have mentioned this paragraph with the Indian deserts. So please do not follow that thing. After region, we are continuing from Barchans. By mistake, I have spoken that. The islands, now we are moving on islands. You have already seen that India has a vast you have already seen that India has a vast mainland. Besides this, the country has two group of islands. You can identify this. This group of island is composed of small coral islands. Earlier they were known as Lakadweep, Minicoy and Amindiv. In 1973, these were named as Lakshadweep. Kavaratti Island is the administrative headquarter of Lakshadweep. This island group has great diversity of flora and fauna. The Piti Island, which is uninhabited, has a bird sanctuary. Now you can see a elongated chain of islands located in Bay of Bengal extended from the north to south. These are Andaman and Nicobar Islands. These are bigger in size and more numerous and scattered. The entire group of islands is divided to two broader categories, the Andaman in the north and the Nicobar in the south. It is believed that these islands are elevated portion of submarine mountains. These island groups are of great strategic importance for the country. There is great diversity of flora and fauna in this group of islands too. These islands lie close to equator and experience equatorial climate and has thick forest cover. So students, do you know India is only active volcano found in Barren Island in Andaman and Nicobar group of islands. So this is important, you need to learn this thing. A detailed account of different psychographic unit highlights the unique feature of each region. It would, however, be clear that each region complements the other and makes the country richer in its natural resources. The mountains are the major source of water and forest wealth. The northern plains are the granaries of the country. They provide the base of earlier civilization. The plateau is storehouse of minerals which have played a crucial role in the industrialization of the country. The coastal region and the islands group provide site of fishing and port activities. Thus the diverse physical features of the land have immense future possibilities of the development. So students, this is all about the India, that is the physical features of India. There is nothing to explain which I have read till now. You need to learn each and every name, each and every measurement. It is important for you. I hope you have understood each and everything which I want to make you clear. If you have any sort of problem, please do message me. Thank you so much.